Hello there, today I wanted to do a video looking at the beautiful books on my shelf because let's be honest, we all judge a book by its cover and I do love a pretty book. I used to be quite unfussy and I'd buy the cheapest paperback that I could find, but now I kind of do take more pride in buying beautiful books. I think there's definitely more of a trend in publishing beautiful books as well, which is really nice to see. But yes, so I thought I'd go through them. This video was actually inspired by the lovely people at Penguin who very kindly sent me some of the recent editions in their latest Penguin Essentials range, which is where they publish sort of modern classics with beautiful covers. So thank you very much, people at Penguin, and I'll get to those in a while. I've definitely realised going through my bookshelves that there are two publishers that really stand out for beautiful books for me, and that is Penguin do most of the beautiful books on my shelf. I'm not gonna lie, they do some stunners. And I've also got some stunners from Vintage as well, some very nice books in there too. So I'm going to start with the Penguin Essentials. Now I already had two on my shelf, and that is Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, which I think is an absolutely gorgeous cover, and it just appeals to me. And then I've also got Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut, which again is a gorgeous cover, and I was very pleased to get this one as a gift, so I was very happy to have these on my shelf. Then I very luckily got sent 5 more, my favourite of which being Any Human Heart by William Boyd, which I do already own, but I've had it for about 10 years because I've got an edition that I really don't like. I kind of picked it up from a charity shop, not really knowing what it was about, and when I saw this was on the list, I had to have it because look how beautiful that is. It's amazing. So I didn't even realise what this was about until I got this copy, so I'm very much looking forward to reading that soon. Hopefully this will inspire me to actually get to that one. Then I've also got A Short History of Tractors in Ukraine by Marina Lewecka, I think that's how you say that. This one is not so much my favourite of all the ones that I've got, purely because it's a bit more brash, but it's still beautiful as books go, let's be honest. Then I've also got The Road to Lichfield by Penelope Lively, again absolutely gorgeous, and A Start in Life by Anita Brooker, and then finally Twilight by Ellie Wiesel, all of which are absolutely stunning. Do this video without talking about the Penguin Classics series either. These are gorgeous, but some that I have got is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and also Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Now these are absolutely gorgeous. I love cloth-bound hardbacks anyway, but there's just something about these, the designs are absolutely beautiful. One thing I would say is that the only one of these I have actually got round to reading is Great Expectations, and the design did fade a little bit where I was holding it. I don't know, it doesn't really show up on camera, but the design did hold a little where my hands were when I was holding it, so that was a slight downside. But some of them, I mean this one is very much painted on, some of them are engraved on rather than painted, so it depends whether you're going to do some heavy reading. I think if it's a longer book you might be better off either going for a different edition or going for the engraved ones if there is any. But yes, these are absolutely beautiful and irrelevant, they are just gorgeous on the shelf, so I'm quite happy with those. Then talking of naked hardbacks, I've got some absolutely gorgeous ones. I've got Autumn by Ali Smith. Now this may not be your stereotypically beautiful cover, but for me it's just perfect. It's a naked hardback, even though it's got this on it, but it's a naked hardback and it's orange, and that's my favourite colour, and so that gets on my list. Then I have also got Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson. This is just a gorgeous naked hardback with a beautiful design on it, and it's very magical and Christmassy. Then I've also got Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. Again, I think I just like this because it's a naked hardback, but it's really pretty, and I got it for £5 in a sale at Waterstones, so that'll do me. Then probably my two favourite naked hardbacks are my Anna Karenina. Now I found this in a charity shop and it isn't in the best condition, but it's one of the folio editions, so it's got the slipcover, which none of my other books have a slipcover. It has come up at the top, but that's okay. And it looks like this, and it's absolutely beautiful. Again, it's got a bit of damage on the top for some reason. I think it might have been from the slipcase. It's got a bit purpled, but generally this is beautiful. Again, I would say the spine faded a little through reading, but Anna Karenina is a bit of a beast, so I'm sure that would have happened irrelevant of the edition. So there's that one, which I just think is absolutely beautiful. Although a lot of the folio edition books are gorgeous. I haven't actually got any others, but I definitely want to delve into them a little bit more. Then I also have Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. I have yet to read it, sadly, because it's one of those that I just keep forgetting, but it's absolutely beautiful and probably one of the most beautiful books I own. Maybe even the most, but I won't go as far as to say that. Then I've also got some vintage books. Neither of these I have read, but I definitely should. So I've got the Vintage Classics, The Sea by Iris Murdoch. These are really beautiful and they have lovely French flaps and they are just gorgeous. They've got the other editions on there and all of them look beautiful. I definitely want to pick up more of them. And then I have also got the more recent vintage classic, and that's Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Again, this is absolutely beautiful, and again, it's got lovely flaps, and it's got really lovely inside bits, so win, win, win. And then I'm also going to talk you through some of the pretty hardbacks that I've got. So I am a big lover of F. Scott Fitzgerald. There's something about his writing that really appeals to me, so I treated myself to The Beautiful and the Damned and Tender is the Night in these really beautiful editions. I don't actually know who... Penguin published these as well. I was going to say, I don't know. It's Penguin, of course, but they are absolutely wonderful, and I think they do most of the F. Scott Fitzgerald books in these. I know they've definitely got The Great Gatsby in it, which I really want to pick up, but it's such a small book and they aren't cheap, so I'm finding that hard to justify, and I already have quite a pretty copy from Vintage, so one day I might complete the collection, I don't know. Then I've also got two that don't really fit with any category. They're different publishers. So this is by Scepter Publishers and it's The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell. There's just something really beautiful about this cover and it really appeals to me. However, it might be the hardback situation because I think the paperback cover wasn't that different and it just didn't have the same appeal. So I don't know, maybe it's just because it's a big beautiful hardback, but there's something about that I really love. Then finally I had to mention The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. This is by Serpent's Tail Publishers and it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. There's also a specialist Waterstones version which is blue rather than green, but I kind of like this one better. I think it's really stunning as it is, and these colours I just prefer, so I got this one instead. I have yet to read this, but I'm absolutely desperate to do so. I've heard nothing but good things, and it's gorgeous. So that's some of the most beautiful books that I own. Please let me know down below any other publishers that you've noticed publish really beautiful books, and I will be sure to check them out, and I'll see you next time. Bye!